Real quickly before we jump into the video, if you guys are interested, I may be live streaming as you actually watch this video right now, live over on Twitch. Leave a link in the description below if you guys want to check that out, but if you guys want to, feel free to, but regardless, into the regularly scheduled content. Last week was a pretty big week for Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and this weekend kind of was the culmination with it, where we had our first double tier boost event within Black Ops 4, and honestly, it was something that I hope you guys all took part in, because it was something definitely worthwhile. I know that I made some decent progress, even though I didn't get to put as much time in as I would have hoped, but it's still a good progression nonetheless. So hopefully you ended up getting a decent bit of your tiers out of the way and made some decent progress towards that overall goal of tier 200, but as the dust settles and that event went away earlier in the day, we now have this upcoming week to look forward to. So we're gonna be continuing the series here of things to look out for this week, and up on deck right now, we have 6 big things within this week in particular to look forward to, only one of which is speculative in even the slightest. The others are of course confirmed and are big things you can definitely expect to be coming throughout the week. So that said, let's just jump right into it. The first thing we're gonna talk about deals with one that will actually be ending tomorrow, something that is a kind of last hurrah to jump on board with this, that being the Blightfather event for those of you guys that play Blackout. Now, for you guys that don't know exactly what this is, if you end up heading over to the graveyard by Asylum, if it doesn't spawn in immediately, it'll be the secondary zombie wave. You have to clear out Asylum first, and then it will spawn in. But it's the Blightfather from 9, the one boss zombie from the actual zombies map in the Blackout map, and it's something that's a real pain to deal with, but it totally gives you a ton of awesome stuff if you end up killing it. Totally worth it if you can pull it off. What you end up getting is 2 level 3 armors, 2 kitted out rifles, 2 kitted out snipers, a ray gun, I believe, and perks here and there, some trauma kits, and so it drops a ton of loot. But if you guys haven't taken advantage of this just yet, you haven't experienced it, or you haven't fought them at all over the past weekend, it is something that ends tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you only have a little bit of time as of this video going live, probably about 12 to 15 to maybe 16 hours, depending on the video itself, but take advantage of that. And if you're wanting to do this, my best bet is to say go in either duos or quads, because not only does the loot guarantee you more stuff amongst multiple people, it gives way more than you can carry as a solo. It's also just worlds easier to be able to take him down with 2 to 4 people shooting at him at once and not really having to worry about getting rolled up every single time you take a shot. Solos, that's probably one of the biggest things that honestly I have the toughest trouble with. I know that the day this happened, I played for a good 3-4 hours and still didn't take him out, because I'd get him down to right when he's about to die and get rolled up on by a 4th or 5th person after dealing with other people trying to come in and take me out. But that's something to take advantage of. Again, it goes away tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, but also at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow, this leads us into our second thing, is a title update for Black Ops 4. Now, this is something that we don't exactly know what's on deck here for this, except for some parts that we'll talk about later in the video, but it is something that they ended up saying there's apparently going to be a major game update as of the Reddit post a couple of days ago, talking about the Blightfather event then, and not necessarily the most recent update where it talked about the 2x tier boost. But we'll elaborate on the major game updates in a second, but it also mentioned balancing tweaks, stability fixes, and what they call new surprises to celebrate the launch of Nuketown. Now, this is a loaded thing to talk about, and breaking it down a little bit, major game updates could refer to any number of things. It could refer to weapon balancing, could refer to new features like Blackjack Shop maybe, it could refer to blue screen and crash fixes, any combination of those, or maybe even more things that we're not even thinking about off the top of our heads. That's something that I'm expecting a lot here from this, or at least some big portions out of it. Additionally, the new surprises aspect, I really don't know about this one, man, because when they say it's in relation to Nuketown, I don't know exactly what they could do. Maybe Nuketown zombies? I mean, yesterday we discussed that being leaked by a QA tester or something that's 100% happening. There was just no ETA on it at the moment that he knew of. Maybe it refers to the leaked perks coming back for zombies, i.e. speed. Maybe it's Nuketown skins, maybe a double XP event, maybe a special camo. Really, your guess is as good as mine, but there's apparently going to be some surprises coming along with it to celebrate the launch of Nuketown. And that right there is the biggest part here out of this. Nuketown is going to be releasing tomorrow for PlayStation 4 users, free to everybody on the platform, free to everybody, minus that exclusivity period of 1 week. Xbox One and PC will get it next Tuesday, but it's free for everybody. You don't have to pay a single thing. You don't have to have the Black Ops Pass. You don't have to do anything. That's going to be something that will be available as of this title update. Xbox One and PC you're probably going to get the title update at the same time tomorrow. It's just not going to be made public until next week. That's something that usually happens with these sort of things. But Nuketown's back. There's a trailer in the background you can actually be watching right now to get some general idea of how the gameplay will look. It's a little bit changed around thematically. It's at the peak of the Cold War. It looks like it's in Soviet Russia or a surrounding area. And as a result, all the buildings thematically are changed around differently. We see some cool things in terms of some just general changes, not necessarily in map layout, but different additional parts. One thing that I am excited is making a return are the vents in which the RCXD can take alternate routes instead of going throughout the map, dodging and weaving players that may be able to shoot them. There's now going to be ventilation shafts you can go into and maybe even outside the map like in the original Nuketown. And then also one cool thing that I don't know if this is going to be something that is just the end game cinematic that happens with it, but at the end of the trailer, you end up actually seeing that there is an ICBM or some sort of missile coming out of the bottom of Nuketown, right in the center portion where you have the buses. That actually opens up and it's a missile silo. So maybe that's just the end game cinematic, like how we saw every single time the nuke drops previously at the end of those matches. Maybe that's how it ends, but wouldn't it be cool if you end up getting a nuke or something and it ends up actually launching a nuke? I don't think that'll actually happen. I don't think you'll get a kill streak for that, for 30 kills or anything, but it'd be cool. And thematically for just one map, I don't think I'd mind. And additionally, other things that I can mention here out of this regarding Nuketown, well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but definitely expect a lot of rage to come along with this map given some of the specialists we have within Black Ops 4. I can almost guarantee you there's gonna be on launch day tomorrow and then moving into the rest of the Black Ops 4 life cycle. So many people camping the buildings with Torque and Ajax, with the Razor Wire, with Barricade, with the Shield, all that kind of stuff. It's gonna get annoying at some time, so we'll have to see how this plays out in the meta of how the game shakes up, but that's something I'm not necessarily looking forward to, but such is life, right? Additionally, I'm also very curious to see what kind of Easter eggs are going to be on Nuketown. Not only in just certain map design and aesthetic, we saw that we always had the Treyarch trophies, the Nuketown cars in Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3's versions, stuff like that that are callbacks to previous Nuketown versions. I'm curious if there's going to be anything like that, but I'm also curious to see if there's a Nuketown mannequin Easter egg here at this one. We've had one as of recent years, and certainly looking forward to seeing what's up with that. But that's something that, of course, will all be detailed tomorrow. But enough about Nuketown. We talked about that for quite some time. What else can we expect here out of this? And again, with a title update, there's a lot coming, but other things you can expect are new game modes, probably a refresh of the featured playlist as per every Tuesday so far, that being on the home screen, and also different modes thrown in the mix for multiplayer and maybe Blackout. Team Tactical is right now that featured playlist. It's a 3v3 playlist. A lot of fun if you have a small group of guys and want to face off, or if you don't want to jump in solo. It's a decent breakaway from what can be really hectic, still 5v5, but that's something that right now is the feature playlist, but as of tomorrow, probably gonna be gone. Things like Infected, Headquarters, Sticks and Stones, One in the Chamber, so many great options are still on the deck for what could potentially come. Nothing really indicates that one or the other will, but those are still things that are iconic and classic and have been done before that could make their way over. I'm excited to see if there's gonna be a limited time mode for Blackout, because now going into that 1 month mark, as of today marking that 1 month mark, we've yet to see any limited time modes within Blackout. So we had previously within the beta for Blackout, we had Fast Collapse, which allowed the zone to come in way faster. We had Close Quarters, which is all SMGs and shotguns, and there's still a lot of things we probably could see as well, but we haven't seen any of those implemented just yet. The only thing that we've seen so far is the Blight Father event, and maybe that's the catalyst here for it. That was the first marker for in-game events, and as we see one go away tomorrow, maybe another one takes its place. But regardless, new featured game modes definitely gonna be coming to Black Ops 4 tomorrow in some capacity. And the final thing in terms of actually confirmed things is we're gonna see new special orders refresh again tomorrow. That coming directly out of the black market, those being the things you can actually buy for the mini tier progression, if you want to put it that way. It's 10 or 5 depending on what item rarity you end up getting, progressions and tiers that you're gonna end up unlocking for 500 or 800 comp points, again depending on that rarity. We've seen a lot of different specialists such as Recon, Battery, Firebreak, Seraph, Prophet, and Nomad, so we got a few up on deck still that we have yet to see, and expect those to be coming before we maybe move out of the Muertos theme. The final thing we'll talk about here in this video, closing it out, is now moving over into that speculative nature. Again, this comes back to something we discussed last week, but with that, we didn't see it just then, but we might see it now this week later on. I'm not expecting it coming tomorrow, but maybe later on in the week, because we haven't seen anything just yet on it, but Blackjack Shop. Again, this is something that we've talked about, has been confirmed coming this month. We're now halfway through the month already, and maybe we'll see something come at the end of the weekend teasing it, because we ended up seeing Nuketown first getting teased later last week. So maybe it's a 1 week apart thing, maybe 2 weeks apart, but right now we're still kind of up in the air with it, and we don't have any ETA for when that'll be coming, except for that it's in November, and well, time's kind of running out in November. But that said, that's gonna wrap it up. That's 6 big things here within Call of Duty Black Ops 4 to take a look out for this week. Keep your eyes open for it, because of course a lot of this is coming tomorrow. A lot of it is stuff that we're going to be on the lookout for, all of it. But of course, you can expect me to keep you updated with all things considered with it. But that said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What are you looking forward to the most? Are you looking forward to Nuketown? Are you looking forward to the title update? Are you looking forward to maybe a special event coming tomorrow in either multiplayer or Blackout? Whatever it is, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop a like down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Black Ops 4, anything regarding multiplayer, Blackout, zombies. We got you covered here on the channel with the best of updates, news, information, tips, tricks, best class setups, all that good stuff. We got you covered here. So hit that subscribe button if you don't want to miss a single thing. If you guys also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected outside of YouTube. Practically live on both those. Links in the description below. Gonna be live streaming here a lot more as of recently again, so link to Twitch is down there in the description below. But for now, that's all I have here for you. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Espresso. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic day. Take care and peace.